Hello, hello. Good morning to all. I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, good morning to all of you, and I hope you are doing well at your home. And good news is that this time we are going to conduct uh, online end semester exam. Okay, so that is one of the good news for you. And uh, right now I don't know where at which time it is going to conduct, so timetable will going to display, and then we will going to conduct online exam of this introduction advanced travel industrial tribology. So in first lecture, I have already discussed about this. What is why we have introduced this subject? Okay, and why we have introduced this subject? One of the aspect is we have to interact with the industry in this project, in this subject. That is the our last final chapter. That is the industrial visit. So that this time it is not going to conduct because of this pandemic, but still we will going to manage with the help of last year's student submitted their visit reports. Okay, so that we will discuss in this class, and I on that basis I will give you one assignment related to preparing this visit plan. It is not considered as a visit plan. You can say your observation about that particular industry. So that we will going to discuss today's lecture. Uh, so last year, no, last year, we have visited. First of all, I will share that. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this introduction to sorry introduction, it is advanced industrial tribology subject. We have visited, or we have planned to visit every year different industries. This course has been run last 3 years. Out of that, 2 years come under the this pandemic. So at the time of first time when we introduced this course, at that time we have visited the SKF bearing Ahmedabad. Okay, so that is situated almost 50 kilometers away from the Ahmedabad city, and we have planned this visit at that time. So this is one of the this Sunil Bist is the manager of that particular plant, and with the help of his permission, we went there and taken a very wonderful visit uh, at the SKF plant. So this is the SKF plant actual situated in Ahmedabad. Uh, so this is the introduction about the SKF. So why I'm showing this one, because similar pattern you have to prepare your assignment. Okay, so that I'm giving at the end of this particular lecture. So first of all, what you have to do is you have to select any industry which will produce mechanical components, or you can say uh, industry any industry which is using the manufacturing processes to convert their raw material into the product. That may be the forging industry, rolling industry, foundry industry, plastic making industry, any industry which you have better knowledge about that, or you can say you can go to the their website, understand the processes, whatever photos, images available on that particular website. You have to go through that, and you have to prepare your report. So in that, first you have what you have to do is you have to go for the given give the introduction about that particular company. Okay, so let us start with this introduction about this SKF. SKF is a leading bearing and sealing manufacturing company, founded in the Sweden in 1907. So this company manufactures bearings, seals, lubrications, and whatever its products, power transmission products, and all. So this is the world's largest company. It is having SKF having uh, four plants in the India, that is Ahmedabad, Mysore, Pune, and Haridwar. And this Pune plant is the oldest plant of the SKF bearing. Okay, so this is the oldest plant in the SKF bearing in India. Uh, After that, we got the information about this SKF Ahmedabad. This SKF Ahmedabad established in 2009. Sunil Bis is the HR department head in this Ahmedabad SKF Ahmedabad plant, and this SKF manufactures larger to smaller bearing size, that is diameter of 1.4 mm to 3.5 mm. Why this range is there? Because they are manufacturing non-locomotive bearings. Non-locomotive bearing means these bearing parts of that particular industrial components. That may be the generator, that may be the big machine bearings, that may be the wind power bearings. So like this stationary parts of the industries, they are manufacturing in Ahmedabad plant. So we have visited that plant. That is very clean plant. Look at here, very clean, neatly organized, well planned, and it has almost 5 to 6 assembly lines, or you can say manufacturing lines. So what they did, according to the size and shape of the bearings, they have divided their lines into the different categories, and on the different according to requirement, they will convert their batch in that production line, and according to they will conduct conduct the manufacturing plants. Okay, so this is very organized plant we have. They have good quality control. In that quality control, they are very precise about their qualities. They have almost tolerances of 3 to 4 microns. Okay, so that is very minute, what do you call, deflection inside the dimension. So they will produce very accurate bearings, and they also following the techniques like Six Sigma. They are following the Six Sigma in their plants. This uh, production at Ahmedabad unit, they are produce these 5 types of the bearing. That is spherical roller bearing, tapered bearing, cylindrical roller bearing, and tapered bearing. So they have this different five to at that time when we went, at the time only 5 lines are working. So that's why here only 5 lines are mentioned, or you can say 5 channels are mentioned. In through that channels, we are preparing different size of the bearings. Okay, so but they have 6 line channels through which they will manufacture these bearings. There is simple bearing production uh, at Ahmedabad. So let us understand how these bearings are going to produce from the scratch to finished product. First, we will understand that one, and what exactly SKF Ahmedabad doing, that we will discuss later on. So first of all, we will design the bearing. Okay, according to the applied load on that bearing, we will design that bearing. Okay, if according to the required size and shape of that bearing, or you can say uh, uh, space available in that particular instrument, according to that we have to select a bearing. Assume that we have enough bigger size diameter can be utilized in that particular component. So at that time we will go for the ball bearing. Okay, assume that there is a very limited diameter space available, and there is a heavy load on that particular bearing or shaft. So at the time we will prefer, instead of ball bearing, we will go for the roller bearing. And uh, availability of the thrust on that particular bearing. So to avoid that thrust, we have a special thrust bearing. So we will use at that time tapered roller bearing. Okay, and we will avoid the forces coming on that particular bearing and manage that one. So that part we will discuss in the designing of the bearing. So after that, at the time of designing, we will do the designing. But you have to consider that one. Any machine making company do not manufacture the bearing. So what they will do, they will go to the market, find out the available bearing size, and according to selected bearing size, they will design entire machine. Okay, so you can imagine that what before starting your any machine, you have to think about the bearings. You have to go to the market, find out the suitable bearing for that particular design, and according to bearings, you have to make changes inside your actual design. Okay, so that gives you the actual importance of this particular bearing. And this bearing manufacturing is a very complicated job. If consider a Tata, which is having the very huge locomotive industry, and if even they do not have, they will not manufacture the bearings, because this is a very complicated designing process, manufacturing process, as well as according to required changes cannot be done if you have a bearing industry at your own plant. Instead of that, what this industry is doing, they will go to the manufacturers of the bearings. They will give you load carrying capacity, required size, and all the requirements they will give to the bearing industry. Bearing industry will suggest them according to the life cycle, as well as cost of the of that particular bearing. They bearing industry will suggest manufacturers to use this kind of bearings. So this is the typicalness or complicated manufacturing process in this bearing, manufacturing a bearing. Okay, and you will observe that you will get a very cheaper bearings available inside the market. Let us take an example of a bearing of your cycle. Okay, that will cost almost 100 rupees to you. Okay, and if you started manufacturing that bearings, it will cost a very huge price to you. Okay, so that's why we will go for the mass production of this particular bearings. So in general, you know that this bearing has three four more main components. One is the outer case, inner load carrying components, that may be the ball bearing. Ball, if load carrying element is a ball, then it is called as ball bearing. When load carrying element is a cylindrical, then it is called cylindrical bearing. If it is a tapered cylindrical, then it is called tapered bearing, and so on. So there are this according to this there are different components, outer ring, inner ring, and this rolling bearings, as well as we have ceilings over that rolling components, because to avoid the contamination coming inside the system. So these are the main components of the bearing. To manufacture this bearing component, very important component is the load carrying element. Load carrying element, most of the commonly you can observe, that is the balls. Okay, and these balls are a very circular ball, having a definite size, variation of micron in microns. They will manufacture in the industry, and after manufacturing, they most of the time they are made up of hardened steel. Low carbon steel, and then we will go for the hardening of that particular balls to carry the excess amount of load, as well as during working they will not deform. Okay, so according to that we will go for the hardening. Same is true for the casings also. Casings we will manufacture with the according to the requirement of the load, starting from low carbon steel to alloy steel. Okay, and for major load carrying bearings, we will use the what do you call it? Chromium steel. Okay, high costly alloyed steel we are using for manufacturing the higher load carrying capacity bearings. So according to that, we will select a design first, then we will go for the material selection. After this material selection, we will go for the actual manufacturing. So in this way, we will manufacture the different parts of this particular bearings, and in different industry. Most of the time, for the making the bearings, because they are carrying the maximum load, this all components make through the forging. Okay, so you know that why instead of casting, we will prefer the forging method to generate this sorry, manufacture these components of the bearing. Because you know that in castings there are chances to presence of the voids present inside the material, and that may cause the damage to the bearings. But when we go for the forging, whatever inside defects are present, they are can be removed. Okay, so most of the time we will prefer this all the components we are using making bearings, they are made through the forging technology. Okay, or forging for process. So in this way we will manufacture different kinds of the rolling elements, as well as inner case, outer case, and sealing over that particular component. So all this we will manufacture, and after manufacturing we will go for the assembly plant. In that assembly plant, this all these components come uh, in between. Many times we have to go through the inspection of that particular component. So SKF is very curious about this product, or their policy is zero defect policy. So they will inspect each and every component 3-4 times before it is going to dispatch. So after Ahmedabad plant is the you can say machining plant. Okay, machining and assembly plant. Why it is machining and assembly plant? They are not they do not have a fabricate forging plants. Okay, so this forging plants is present in Pune, and most of the time they are importing this particular components from the outside India, and according to required they will assemble here. What they are doing is they will most of the time they are manufacturing big size bearing. So this big size bearing, they will import the blanks of that particular bearings, or you can say rings of that particular bearings in the Ahmedabad plant. And with the help of different turning machines, or you can say CNC machines they have, and it is already programmed. Big size robots are there, and this big size robot, with the help of this big size robot, they will load and unloading of the big size casings are carried out. After that, there are big size CNC machines. They will cut different slots over uh, that particular on that particular that casings, and casings get manufactured there. Okay, so after cutting operation or manufacture finishing operation is carried out on that particular casings, as well as roller elements. Uh, After finishing, they will go for the heat treatment. Before final finishing, they will go for the heat treatments. That heat treatments we have already discussed in the material science subject. So they will follow the throughout hardening process, case hardening process, and induction hardening process. So what are these processes? We have already discussed that one. Hardening process is carried out inside that material. We will introduce carbides, nitrides, or hydrides, carbide, nitrides, and oxides of that particular material inside the, we will generate that material inside that material, and material get hardened. So if this entire component is went for the hardening, then it is the throughout hardening, it is called. Case hardening, sometimes we want some ductility inside that bearings, that is having the starting load and initial starting load and shutdown loads are there. Because of that, jerking will produce. To avoid that damage due to jerk, we will prefer the case hardening. How this case hardening is carried out, that we will discuss. This case hardening is carried out over that particular component. Sometimes this entire bearing or entire surface, we will not go for the hardening process. Some portion of that particular bearing, we will go for the hardening. That is called as induction hardening, and that is also carried out inside this SKF plant. Okay, so they are chemical treatments they are using for that particular is the black oxidation, phosphorating, and nitrate etching. So this process is actually carried out in SKF bearings. When we visited, we already visited all these three different parts of that particular industry. So this kind of heat treatment is carried out over that particular component. After heat treatment, we will go for the actual finishing operation of that particular component. It may be the if it is a tapered roller bearing, the tapered rollers are going for the heat treatment. After that heat treatment, we will go for the final finishing. If it is a outer case or inner case, same, we will go for the heat treatment, and then we go for the finishing process of that particular component. In that finishing process, whatever where or you can say chemically each layer present over that particular component, that has to be completely removed. And after removing that etching portion of that component, then it is go for the assembly line. And in this assembly line, automated assembly is carried out. Okay, it is complete plant is automated, but each and every step manual observation is also carried out in this plant. So after assembly, again they will inspect, they will test, batch testing they are doing. So if it is 100 bearing batch, one or two bearings randomly they will pick, and they will test it for the for their life performance. That can be done, and the this process is carried out. Okay, so for the final finishing, they are using phase grinding, track grinding, or core grinding, outer grinding, honing. All these processes they are using for the as a super finishing operation. This is the actual process sequence they are carried out to achieve the exact hardness in that particular component, or you can say particular hardness at that particular location, as well as finishing that may be the at the maximum level. Why we need a such a super finishing over this entire bearing? Because there are the rolling components are there, and because of roughness, you know that friction will increase. Because of that friction, wear may causes, and friction wear combined togetherly causes the failure of that particular component. But if that bearing got failed, that means entire unit is going under the maintenance, and this maintenance is very costly for the industry. Nowadays these industries are going to made up of zero maintenance. Okay, they are using that bearings as well as all the components. They are designing in a such a way that they will perform at most 5 to 6 years continuously, and they will get the zero maintenance. But still, each and every year they have to shut down their plants for 2 to 3 days to total inspection to avoid the what you called accidents inside the industry. Okay, so when we visited this SKF, even SKF also following the total shutdown of the plant for 5 days in a year. Okay, for the entire maintenance as well as you can say inspection of the entire plant, because they are following safety, safety by design, not safety by chance. Okay, so that is the ideology of this particular SKF. They are following very huge safety standards that we have observed when we have visited. Entire student have to wear this helmets, follow their instructions, and each and every person involved on this particular machines, they have to interact with the student. All students are discussing with them, they are sharing their experience. That was a very wonderful experience when we visited this SKF plant. So this kind of maintenance safety standards they are following. uh, So they have also discussed some recent contribution of the SKF bearing in India. Even they have started to manufacturing aluminum bearings for the K9 mission system. Okay, so they have given some list of their achievements also that we have also gone through. And at the end of this summary, uh, that student has explained uh, what exactly how was this visit was, how it is how visualization of classroom teaching is coming in the actual practice. What are the different courses we have when we have discussed with the SKF industry. So that is the they have advanced tribological sorry advanced industrial tribology interaction, as well as introduction to tribology interaction, as well as material science course. That actually we visited this plant, and actual working of all this we have seen there. Okay, so in this way this visit is conducted at that time. uh, but this time it is not happen at all. So that's why whatever experience we have, that I have shared with you. So this kind of visit, if you conducted, or you have exposure to that kind of uh, that kind of exposure to or you have this kind of experience with the any industry. So please go through that industry. Whatever experience you have in that industry, you have to write down in a report form, and that report has to be submitted to me. Okay, so if it is not possible that you have not visited any industry, so what you have to do is, in that case you have to select any manufacturing process. Okay, that you have enough confidence on that one, and find out the industry related to that particular process, and find out the how this uh, industry is all information related to this industry you have to collect, and present in the form of in the form of a report. Okay, as well as one major aspect, when you are visiting any industry, as a mechanical engineer, you have to think of maintenance of that particular industry, because most of the industries are not more focusing on this maintenance part, because they are initially planning for the maintenance free plant. But you know that if there are rolling components, moving parts are there, so after some years, wear and tear will happen inside that material, and because of that, that will causes the accidents inside the industry. So what we have to do is we have to, when we are in a visiting industry, you have to look out the what are the different parts, moving parts of that particular component, what amount of load is coming on that particular components, how wear and tear of that components will take place, what is the cycle of maintenance. This kind of questions, I am very surprised when we visited at that time, this kind of questions students are asking to this particular operators. Even they don't know about this maintenance part, because a separate maintenance team SKF is having, because when they have a 5 days shutdown, so entire machines are closed down, and entirely different maintenance people will coming to visit their plant, and 5 days they are doing the maintenance. Even they don't know about the maintenance. Whatever problems they are facing, they directly send to the maintenance department, and the maintenance department will conduct maintenance of that particular instrument. So even when we visited at that time, they call one of the maintenance person in the plant for discussing with us, and he has given very good information related to the maintenance also. So whenever you are thinking about the any manufacturing processes, in that manufacturing processes you will observe that there are n number of moving parts are there. So you can apply your tribological knowledge over that particular system, and you will understand the actual tribology of that particular component or particular that machine. Okay, let us take an example of a turning machine. Okay, so in the turning machine, you know that there are the motors, there are the belt drives, there are the V belt drives. We have pulleys. In that pulleys, we have assembly of the gears. So these gears also meshing parts, wear and tear of that that particular gears is carried out. Belt wear and tear is happening when it is power is came to the component is moving. When this tool is interacting with the moving component, the wear and tear of tool is carried out. Sometimes jerk will come because of the irregular surface of that particular component, and because of that, that shaft uh, get the shocks from that cutting operation. These shocks are transferred to the bearings, and you will observe that after 2 3 years, that wobbling of the shaft will take place. And wobbling of the shaft means we have to go for the maintenance, and accuracy of that machine will reduce. This kind of problems arises, and before it's go to the actual accidents, we have to replace that bearings, as well as we have to replace lubricants, we have to replace that belts. So all these kind of aspects you have to come into the you have to consider that aspects, and according to that, whatever tribological knowledge you have to apply on that particular system, and you have to generate this report. Okay, so anybody have any doubts related to this one?
Sir, can you share this report to us with us?
Yeah, definitely I will share this report also. No problem
Share
into that.
get overview like how to prepare like.
Actually, it is prepared by the BTech student. Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
most of the time, most I will share that one, but that is the submitted by the one of the BTech student, and most of the time BTech students, what they are doing, they are copy pasting, nothing else. Okay, so they will not apply their knowledge inside the this report. So what you have to do is you have to apply your knowledge, and prepare this report. Okay, so whatever he have prepared is the information about this plant, that what he experienced during this visit. But for the MTech people, what we are thinking is whatever knowledge you have related to this tribology, maintenance, as well as lubrication, that detail, what do you call, detail information you have to include inside your report. Okay, I will share that after this class. I will share his report. Okay, so what you have to do, you have clear about that, how to prepare this report,
Yes.
how to select a topic.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so so this is a very unfortunate, this subject has an industry in his name, and we are not even a single visit to the industry. Okay, so let us forget about that. As well as I have some notes related to introduction to tribology. Okay, so that I'm also sharing with you. There is almost 6 chapters are there. Please go through these 6 chapters. These are the basic information related to introduction to tribology. Okay, so and if possible, we will discuss one by one these chapters. Okay, in upcoming lectures. Okay, brief what do you call, uh, brief go through this particular chapter. Okay, so that we will conduct, so that this classes will running smoothly. Okay, any other doubts?
Yes, sir. Regarding our first semester lab, sir, उसका भी क्या status है?
उसके रिगार्डिंग डिस्कशन तो हमारी हुई है, बट अभी क्या है कि मोस्ट प्रोबेबली वी आर होपिंग कि नेक्स्ट सेमेस्टर, नेक्स्ट ईयर आपका स्मूथ हो जाएगा। तो जैसे ये कॉलेज शुरू होता है, पहले हम आपका प्रैक्टिकली कंडक्ट करवाएंगे, और प्रैक्टिकल कंडक्ट करवा के हम आपका ग्रेडिंग डिस्क्लोज कर देंगे। ठीक है, इन केस अभी तक ये मतलब फाइनलाइज नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन डिपार्टमेंट में डिस्कस हुआ है कि इन केस नेक्स्ट ईयर भी ऐसा ही कुछ होता है, तो इन दैट केस वी विल कन्वर्ट दैट प्रैक्टिकल into the subject weightage, मतलब we will remove that practical component of that particular subject, and according to the whatever marks you have, you secure in that particular course, according to that we will grade you. That is the initial discussion we have, but this discussion we have to discuss with the higher authorities. If they give permission for that, then we will follow the same process. So this is the one of the option we have right now, but it is not authorized one. Okay, hope कि next year, next 6 month के अंदर सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा, most probably.
Yes, sir. Hoping so.
हाँ, मतलब आपके लिए कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, होगा तो भी दिक्कत नहीं है, नहीं होगा तो भी दिक्कत नहीं है, यू विल गेट द मार्क्स। बट वही है कि यदि हम अभी से उसको हटा दे, सेपरेट कर दे, तो वो थोड़ा सा इनजस्टिस टू दैट पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट होगा, बिकॉज वी हैव ऑलरेडी अनाउंस दैट वेटेज ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर एवरीथिंग, तो उसके रिगार्डिंग थोड़ा सा ये होगा। ठीक है, सो हमारा एंड सेमेस्टर एग्जाम का भी पैटर्न ऑलरेडी आपको बता दिया है। सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट वी विल कंडक्ट द एग्जाम ऑल्सो। ओके, और इस सब्जेक्ट के लिए तो कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं है, बिकॉज इट इज कम्प्लीटली क्या बोलते हैं, थ्योरी सब्जेक्ट। सो
Yes, sir.
इसके तो डायरेक्टली ग्रेडिंग होगा। ठीक है, ओके, आपकी फर्स्ट क्लास टेस्ट हुई है ना?
Yes, sir. Mid semester हो चुका था।
नहीं, फर्स्ट क्लास टेस्ट एंड मिड सेमेस्टर दोनों हो चुके हैं क्या?
सर क्लास टेस्ट नहीं हुआ सर, लाइक असाइनमेंट ने कुछ बोला था सर ने, बट कुछ हुआ मिला नहीं, बट एट एंड एग्जाम हुई थी।
ओके ओके, ठीक है, तो
सॉरी मिड
हाँ, तो
सेमेस्टर।
ये ओके, तो मिड सेमेस्टर के मार्क्स है हमारे पास। उसके बाद ये असाइनमेंट जो हमने दिया है आज, दैट विल बी कंसिडर्ड एज अ क्लास टेस्ट। ओके, तो सभी बच्चों को सबमिट करने के लिए बोल दीजिए, और एंड सेमेस्टर ऐसे 3 इवेल्यूशन हम लेंगे, मिनिमम 3 इवेल्यूशन हमें चाहिए, तो ये 3 हम कंसिडर कर लेंगे। ओके,
सर कैन यू डिस्क्लोज अवर मार्क्स? अभी तक मिले नहीं, सर को बोला था, सर शायद भूल गए।
अभी तो पॉसिबल नहीं है क्योंकि अभी बाकी क्लासेस का ग्रेडिंग वगैरह अभी करने में सब बिजी थे, तो ठीक है नेक्स्ट वीक में ट्राई
हाँ
करता
सर,
हूँ।
यस सर, मिड मिड के मार्क्स जस्ट ये सब्जेक्ट के।
हाँ हाँ, वो तो ऑनलाइन है तो वैसे ठीक है। तो वैसे तो मार्कशीट आपके पास ही होगी, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग बाकी सब बच्चों को बोल देना ये, ठीक है।
यस
ठीक है, ओके। और ये ट्राई करो कि सभी का एक एक जैसा ना हो, कि सभी एक एक साथ एक ही प्रोसेस को लेके सारा लिखे। और इसके ऊपर थोड़े से बुक्स भी अवेलेबल है, ठीक है। तो सो प्लीज गो थ्रू दी बुक्स। बुक्स के अंदर ट्राइबोलॉजी की बुक के अंदर इंडस्ट्रियल, आई हैव फॉरगॉट हिज नेम, बुक टाइटल, इंडस्ट्रियल ट्राइबोलॉजी नाम से कुछ बुक्स अवेलेबल है। उसके अंदर एक चैप्टर ही है इसके रिलेटेड में। ऑल दी प्रोसेसेस दे हैव एक्सप्लेन इन टर्म्स ऑफ ट्राइबोलॉजिकल एप्लीकेशंस। तो वो मिल जाए तो आप थोड़ा सा उससे हिंट ले सकते हैं, ठीक है। So that book is also available in the library, but it is not accessible right now. Okay, so today we will stop here. Next class, first of all, I will share the all 3 chapter notes, 6 chapter notes to you, and then we will discuss on this particular 6 chapter notes as well. Okay.
यस सर, तो रिपोर्ट भी से साथ में भेज दीजिएगा।
This report is also I am sending with that notes. Okay. Okay, then thank you for attending.
ओके सर।